5 ways to help yourself when your partner is depressed. Welcome to Protea TV, presented by Protea Psychotherapy Practice, which is an organization that specializes in the psychological intervention for personal change. Hi, I'm Lotia, your host, and I'm here weekly with new, interesting, and relevant topics in modern psychotherapy. In this episode, I'd like us to concentrate on depression, however, from the perspective of the person who's living with a depressed person, because there's a lot of information, a lot of support for the individual who's actually depressed. However, most of the time, the partner or the supporting spouse are often forgotten, and this depression does impact their life on a very big scale and change their lifestyle just as much as a person who's actually depressed. It impacts your lives in the way that as the depression gets hold of or sets in and your partner starts to change around you, you might feel overwhelmed, confused, helpless, like there's nothing you can do. You may also be at the brunt of your partner's punishing anger or his cold disposition. This relationship that you've invested so much in, the relationship that you love so dearly, is starting to fall down around you, and there's nothing you can do. Your partner is too lethargic to help around the house with the chores, or too frustrated with life to be sociable. So in that respect, your life is also altered in a negative way. 5 quick steps that you could actually take to help yourself when living with a depressed partner. And the first one is, it's not your fault. It may feel like that. You may feel somewhat responsible when the relationship starts to break down, or your partner starts to transform into this ugly person or this stranger that you no longer know, but it's not your fault. 2, offer love and support. I know it might be difficult, especially when you yourself is getting frustrated from all the changes, but just be empathic towards your partner. Let them understand that you're there to support them, and you understand what's going on, as frustrating as it may be. Just be kind in nature and very tactful in your approach. 3, take care of yourself. I know when the depression strikes, it's only natural that you'll be caught up with the processes of your partner, trying to seek him help, trying to get him back to the loving and kind person that you once knew. And in that process, you tend to forget yourself. Just be mindful that the depression doesn't start to control both of you. The 4th step is that it's your partner's responsibility to seek help. And the depression may be the underlying problem as to the issues you are currently facing, but that does not take away the fact that your partner needs to take some responsibilities for his actions. And I know within that difficult time, your priority may be to placate your partner, but it's a conversation that needs to be had, that he needs to take some responsibility and he needs to seek external support and help for the depression. The 5th step that you need to take is breaking the cycle, seeking support. Whilst you're living with this person with the depression, there are certain behaviors that they may exhibit that triggers certain emotions in you, such as fear and anger and frustration. You need to be able to identify these trigger points and keep them under control, be able to assess them and be aware of yourself and your own emotional processes. Because if you're not careful, the depression can control both of you. Get help, as there's so much stress involved in living with a person who's suffering from depression. And if you're not careful, it can be all consuming. Perhaps you have caring friends which you can confide in, that you can share bits about what's going on, or group support, or even online communities. And in some cases, you may need to have your own personal therapy. But whatever your support is, ensure that it's on a regular basis, because it's very critical that this support continues, because the damage does not stop until the depression does. That's it for this episode. However, the conversation does not need to end. We could continue by commenting below, or if you've got any questions, you can contact us through our website, which is www.protheapsychotherapy.com, or send us an email at info@protheapsychotherapy.com. Like and share our videos, and remember to subscribe to our channel for weekly updated content. Until next episode, be your authentic self.